You buy the wine and the barrel of gaming.
Yeah, exactly.
The name of the game is Mercante from AEG. In the game, you each play a merchant house who's trying to influence the city of Tempest to try to maintain some sort of power, where the nobles and the councilors and senate are vying for power. So you, as the merchant house, need to do what you can to sell and make trade agreements and fulfill contracts.
The main goal is actually to make a lot of money. I mean, because you're buying and selling, and so you always want to buy low and sell high and fulfill these different contracts that give you victory points and get more workers to help you do that more efficiently. What I like about the game is the interaction between the players. You do have this auction phase where you can do a little bit of bluffing and slight intimidation. I don't happen to be very good at it, but it's definitely a very interesting mechanic for determining how much things are going to sell for.
I like the calendar mechanic. There are 3 spaces for event cards, and as more events come out, it pushes the old ones further off, and once an event card reaches past the 3rd space, it's taken off the calendar and it's no longer in play. It's a very nice mechanic that continues to happen throughout the game.
Because the players can play events, it's not just spawning from the deck. Other people can play reaction cards, so if you're selling a good of a certain type, somebody else might play an action card or event card that reduces the value of it. But also then you can play event cards that increase the value of what you're selling, so that can make the calendar cycle through very quickly. Well, I won the game. Yeah, we've played this game twice so far, and I've won both games, although the first game was a much closer value endpoint, but this one I really got ahead by buying victory points early and then focusing on buying and selling a lot. I was only able to fill a few contracts, but I made sure I didn't end the game with contracts, which unfortunately Will was, he did end the game with a couple contracts, which gives you negative points.
Yeah, and I've worked very hard at learning how to lose the game.
Yes.
Which I've become very proficient in.
Ah, you'll get it.
This has a heavy merchant trader auction mechanic. It's not the heaviest Euro style game I've played. You're gonna find people who tend to like the moderate strategy games to gravitate towards it.
And it does have some worker placement elements. I wouldn't say it's a very large part because you don't get a lot of workers. You start with 2 and at most you can get 4. I think those who like a dynamic interchange between players, especially, I mean, if you already know you like auction mechanic, then you're gonna probably like this game because the other mechanics are not very heavy.
I can't say it's a complete auction game though.
No, it's not.
Because my personal taste is I don't care too much for that many auction games. And this was an auction mechanic I liked. I was fine with it because it was very well structured, and it always gave the person whose turn it was the last possible option, which makes them able to win any auction, and that was nice.
The auction mechanic is what makes it a little bit lighter, because in other games things usually have more set price and you just go through it and you don't really interact a lot. But the interaction with the auction, I think, makes it a little bit more of a lighter game.
The other thing is, because this game fits in the Tempest line, it's going to have a very hefty, wordy story at the beginning. So if you also have a person who loves theme, this might also be something that they would like. Otherwise, it might intimidate some more casual gamers. Yeah, the game that comes to my mind in terms of what you're doing is Goa, but the problem is the mechanics are completely different there.
And I think Goa is a heavier game than this.
So lighter than Goa, but probably heavier than Puerto Rico.
It's still in the lightweight, light medium style Euro games, but it's not for straight Euro gamers. It does have more interaction than most.
Yes.
I'd definitely play this game. I'm on a roll. I've won twice so far. That's a good record, but it is a fun game. As much as I was hesitant about the auction mechanic, as we typically don't like it, it's not all the game, and you still have enough control over it, so I would definitely try it again, try different strategies. I definitely would like to play with the different houses that affect your in-game slight bonus, because they definitely have a different way of playing each of them.
I would play it again simply because there's more games in this Tempest line. So I would actually want entire days set aside to go through the entire line of games and see how the story progresses based on the different playthroughs.
Yeah, it'd be fun to do a Tempest marathon.